Hi, my name is Shekhar Anand and I'm a criminal lawyer. You might have read about the Reddies in the Forest camp. Yes, I nailed them. I've always believed be you ever so high, still the law is above you. No exceptions. And I have a lovely wife, Maya. We met at law school where I was in my second year and she was a year...
I was in my second year and you were a year senior to me. I remember the first time we met, it was at a debating competition. The topic was what works, love or arranged marriage. And both of us were put in the arranged marriage team.
And we won.
Yes, but only to fall in love the very next week.
But I have to confess, for me it was during the debate itself.
And this he told me on the day of the marriage.
And it has been 10 wonderful years since.
Actually, it'll be on the 11th of the next month to be precise. We have an adorable son. His name is Arjun. He's 9 years old and has our best combination.
Mama's looks and Papa's brains.
I didn't say that. But I have to say, he is one of the most sought-after lawyers in the country.
But Maya is the real reason behind all my success. She holds the fort while I fight the battle.
No such thing. I only make boring contracts in a boring law firm.
But you don't want to be on the wrong side of the contract that Madam has drawn up. All I know is I'm on the right side, so I'm lucky.
I'm luckier. Because to have a winner by your side is like being a winner yourself.
I can say the same thing. If there were ever a championship of 20 questions, it would be Madam Anand who would bring the trophy home.
Please, don't make it sound like it's something huge. You know, the left brain always helps with crosswords, Sudoku, 20 questions. That is if you use it.
Oh, are you challenging my left brain? Go for it. Think of a name.
Now.
Yes, why not?
Okay. Thought.
I'm not going to ask you dead or alive because you always think
So you're not asking?
Okay, alive.
Shit! That was a giveaway. Yes.
A woman?
Yes.
I knew it.
Huh?
I heard you mumble last night.
I was mumbling?
Yes, you were talking in your sleep last night. Anyway, is she under 40?
Impressive. Yes.
Attractive?
You should know that a game like this doesn't benefit from subjective questions.
You know, I might have a strategy, yes or no.
Then yes. In my eyes, yes.
One of our friends,
No.
one of your clients,
Yes.
some corporate honcho's bored wife.
No.
My love, as much as I want to play with you, I have to go now. My left brain is needed somewhere else.
Sure. He'll be more productive there.
Is she modern looking or traditional?
Huh? Traditional.
Sonia Gandhi.
My client, under 40.
That's my joke for the day.
And not your best.
But this won't be counted. I still have 13 questions and I will tell you her name by the evening. Please drop in at Just Look and see Mamaji.
I can't, Shekhar. I told you I have a deposition today.
I'll SMS you the room number.
No, really, I can't. I have to send the brownies for Arjun. Mrs. Goyal's going tomorrow. Shekhar? He's something else. I guess we all are. Or else, why would I have said to have a winner by your side is like being a winner yourself? I think it just tripped off my tongue. Now that GQ has named him one of the 50 brightest men in the country, I love beating him at 20 questions. But sometimes I wonder if he lets me win just to make me happy. You know, with Shekhar, you never know. I have to admit, this one was a bit tricky. I'm not telling you the name, not until I tell Shekhar. I can't get this woman out of my head. It all began with my newfound free time. Last year when Arjun was sent to the boarding school, there was suddenly a void. Of course, it all got filled up later, but in the beginning, I did feel wonderfully free. I could actually feel my breath go all the way. I realized what a shallow breather I was. Anyway, Reena, my college buddy, and I, we were coming out of a coffee shop and I saw the Office of Legal Aid. So I thought, why not? I enrolled with them and made myself available for those who need help. They've called me 4 times since then, and this is the first time I've been able to say yes. That's when I met her. You know, I think she has emerged from my newfound me time. Gosh, I better be running. You know, I tend to overanalyze. At least that's what Shekhar always accuses me of. He keeps things straight and simple. These are Mama's brownies for Arjun. I think I'll save a few for Shekhar. I just noticed how much I love talking about him. Well, that's just the way it is. Hey, you got really late today.
Still awake? How was your day?
Oh, long and tiring. But still managed to finish a lot of stuff, including meeting your Mamaji. But then didn't find time to send the brownies to Mrs. Gohil and forgot to get my blood tested for thyroid. So 2 carryovers for tomorrow's list.
That's a pity. How is Mamaji?
Shekhar, not now, please.
Just a couple of moves.
You know, he was talking the whole time.
That's Mamaji. It's your turn.
You know, I miss Arjun. If he was here, he would have made the move for me.
If he was here, you'd be telling him bedtime stories. Who's that?
Isn't Amit getting better and better? I love this song. You know, he's now almost a professional composer.
Yes. He'll always be an almost.
Don't be so petty.
I see you have some deep feelings for him.
These are my surface feelings. And if you don't like him, then why do you always jump at the invites to his mad parties? Because you get to ogle at someone I know. Someone with big boobs. Someone called Rachna.
It's Rashna. And where is the proof of your accusation?
I can show you at least 3 photos on my laptop that'll prove my point.
Those are my surface feelings, darling.
Thank God for that, darling. But jokes apart, Shekhar, don't you think we haven't really talked in a long while?
You know, that reminds me, I haven't really eaten in a long while. Just something small.
Arjun's brownies.
Yummy. By the way, Shashank Bhosle called today.
Why? All okay?
Yeah, he wants me to take up a small case in his constituency. He even got me appointed as the SPP.
Huh? What?
I said he wants me to be the special public prosecutor. I guess the election's around the corner and he wants to keep some local journalists happy.
Couldn't you find someone else? You have enough on your plate.
I know. So here's my chance to return that favor.
Actually, be done with it. Hai?
And you know, these politicians never forget.
Yeah.
Max, your turn.
Shekhar, I can't get this woman out of my head.
Who? Your dream girl? I still have 13 questions,
No, you don't even know her.
Then how was I to guess?
Sorry.
Anyway, tell me. Get her out of your system.
So she's charged for 307.
You've taken up a criminal case.
I told you I signed up at the legal aid.
That's great, but the last time you fought a criminal case
Yes, was 12 years ago.
It's a long time.
Yes, Shekhar, but it'll all come back. So listen, she shot at her husband.
Oh.
No, he's alive. In a little home in Dombivli.
Now, that's a bit much.
What?
This Bhosle's guy is also from Dombivli and 307.
You're not prosecuting?
Sarita.
Thank God. But for a second I thought you were going to say Kavita.
I'm sorry, I meant Kavita. Wife of Mukesh Upadhyay.
Oh my God. I take up a case after so long and it ends up being opposite you?
Are you serious?
Am I laughing? But maybe it's not so bad. We could have some fun. We could do a carpool.
I'm prosecuting the person you're defending and you think this'll be fun.
No,
Look, Maya, this is hardcore criminal law. She's being charged with attempt to murder. It's 307. This is not about going to court in the same car.
that was a joke, Shekhar.
You are my wife. I can't really suck the blood out of you. It would only hurt me to see you in pain.
Yes, but
Just drop the case.
I can't, Shekhar. I really want to take up this case.
Listen, Maya. You are great at working out the best contracts, making yummy brownies, winning 20 questions, triggering my deeper feelings.
Stop joking, Shekhar. What do we do now? Why didn't you tell me?
Shouldn't you have?
Yeah, sorry, I should have. But listen, why don't you find a way to drop this case?
What?
Yes, it's too small for you. We'll find another way to pay back Bhosle's favor.
You just said be done with it.
Yes.
In any case, I have now committed. You wriggle out of it, give some family excuse.
But even I've committed. And your Mukesh seems to be pretty well connected. Why don't you ask someone like Jai to take it up? After all, he owes you a favor. Huh?
Look, Maya, you haven't fought a proper case in a long time. So you'd want to win this one, not lose it.
Yes.
I would want you to win this one. You've had a long day and you must be tired. You sleep over it and we'll talk about it in the morning. You'll wake up in the morning feeling fresh and you'll say, what was I thinking last night? So much for asking her to sleep over it. When I woke up this morning, I didn't see Maya. I thought she must have gone to buy some groceries as Vishnu's away. Saw the note on the table. My love, muesli, milk and boiled eggs are here, all the best. So her love has the cold breakfast, gets ready and drives to the court. There he sees the defense lawyer. I said, wait a minute, I know you, you're my wife. We live in the same house. I was so disoriented. I have never called a defense lawyer by the first name. Never, not in the court proceedings. But how can I call Maya my learned friend? So right until this morning, everything is going smoothly. Not a bump in the ride. And then suddenly this pebble. But my job has taught me to recognize the pebble that has the potential of shattering the glass. So I tell myself, Mr. Anand, you're a professional. Get your bearings back and move on with the case. In the first 3 questions to the accused, it became clear that she had picked up the gun and fired the bullet that hit her husband. A simple open and shut case. The evidence completely matched her confession. I don't understand it. Why is Maya doing this to herself? Usually, she has such an intuitive wisdom, just like my grandmother. I never thought I'd end up marrying someone who'd remind me of Dadiji.
So sorry, my phone was on silent.
I was worried.
I know, I just saw your messages.
Where were you?
Oh, I'd gone to research some case laws.
Arey, you could have asked Ravi or Ashwin to get it for you.
I can't, Shekhar. I can't ask one of your juniors when I'm fighting against you.
Come on, Maya, you're taking this all too seriously. Anyway, did you find what you were looking for? Don't worry, I'm not asking you what.
Yes, I found it. And in any case, I wasn't going to tell you what.
By the way, I thought you were very good in court today.
Really?
Well prepared and confident.
You really think so? I felt so strange opposing you.
But then you hit it well. It was I who slipped calling you Maya and all that. I was short of saying, "Where is my green tea, my love?"
I was feeling so nervous. My throat was going all dry. You didn't see me drink water glass after glass?
No, I missed that.
God, in a flash, I remembered all your achievements and I thought to myself, what am I doing standing in front of Shekhar Anand? But then when you were harsh on Kavita, I forgot all that and turned sharply at you.
Show me how.
What? You're pulling my leg.
No, you're the defense counselor. You're supposed to demolish the prosecution.
But jokes apart, Shekhar, you're going to be lenient with her, aren't you?
That poor man could have died. She'll get the punishment she deserves. By the way, what was all that about Kavita being low in self-esteem?
I think it's critical to the case.
I don't think anyone, including me, understood what you were building your case on.
Really? Maybe I didn't make my arguments well enough, but...
Let me give you a tip, Maya. Keep your arguments simple and factual. Use your left brain and don't rely on your emotion.
मुकेश जी, क्या ये सच है कि आप अपनी पत्नी को मारते थे?
वाह, मारा उसने मुझे, वो भी गोली से, और ये सवाल आप मुझसे पूछ रही हैं?
जो पूछ रही हूँ उसका ठीक से जवाब दीजिए।
देखिए, थोड़ी बहुत खटपट तो हर घर में होती है ना। आपका आपके पति के साथ झगड़ा नहीं होता क्या?
देखिए, बेहतर होगा आप अपनी बात करें। तो क्या आपने अपनी पत्नी पर कभी हाथ उठाया है?
हाथ कभी कभी उठ जाता था, पर उसे मारना नहीं कहते।
आप शब्दों से खेल रहे हैं मुकेश जी, मुझे ठीक से बताइए, क्या आपने कभी अपनी पत्नी को मारा है या नहीं?
सबके सामने सच बोलने की कसम खाई है तो झूठ तो नहीं बोलूंगा। आज 10 साल में मुश्किल से 6-7 बार गलती से हाथ लग गया था। अब आप खुद ही कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए, 10 साल यानी 3650 दिन, यानी 1 साल में 1 दिन से भी कम।
आपकी गणित और मेमोरी तो बहुत अच्छी है, लेकिन कविता जी ने अपने बयान में यहाँ कहा है कि आपने उन पर कई बार हाथ उठाया है।
जी, उठाना पड़ता था, उसकी हरकतें इसी तरह काबू में रहती हैं, बट कहा ना मैंने, उसे मारना नहीं कहते। हाँ, और एक बार और बता दूं, जब भी गलती से हाथ लग भी गया है तो फट से सॉरी कहा है।
वेरी गुड। देखिए, आप एक इतने प्रोग्रेसिव मैगजीन के एडिटर हैं, तो आपको पता ही होगा कि इमोशनल और साइकोलॉजिकल टॉर्चर भी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस है।
लेकिन आप इन लोगों का टॉर्चर नहीं जानती मैडम, सिर्फ मुंह गाय जैसा है। पिस्तौल मैंने अपनी हिफाजत के लिए रखी थी और उसी से मुझे मारने चली।
आपकी मार से कभी बेहोश हुई, खून निकला?
मैडम, आप तो राय का पहाड़ बना रही हैं। शायद आपने यूएन की लेटेस्ट रिपोर्ट नहीं पढ़ी। ज्यादातर लोग मानते हैं कि कभी कभार पीटने में कोई गलती नहीं, और ये सिर्फ मर्द नहीं, 53% औरतें भी ऐसा मानती हैं। आप बड़े लोग आम आदमी की सच्चाई क्या जानेंगे। मैं समझ गया, आप उन औरतों में से हैं जो सब अच्छा भला चल रहा हो तब भी औरत से कहेंगी, अरे बहना, तुम्हारे साथ अन्याय हो रहा है, तुम दुखी हो, और बस औरत सोचने लगेगी, हाँ हाँ, मेरे साथ तो अन्याय हो रहा है, मैं दुखी हूँ।
Saw how he talked? I can't believe that he's quoting UN figures to justify his violence. What does he mean by हाथ उठाता हूँ पर मारता नहीं? Bloody hell, has the cheek to calculate averages. You know, now I understand why she looks so petrified every time she talks about his हाथ उठाना. Every single day, this man has instilled so much fear in her.
There are consequences of taking law in your own hands, and you should know that.
I do. I'm only saying that this could not have been premeditated. How can she be charged for 307?
Anyway, we shouldn't be discussing this case at home. I have never done this.
Well, you never had to.
Do you know what Mukesh told me today? And that too in front of my juniors? Sir जी, आपकी पत्नी मेरी पत्नी को डिफेंड कर रही है। ये तो फैमिली ड्रामा हो गया। आप क्या सजा दिलवाएंगे इन्हें? I have to hear this from that bloody bastard. I don't know why you took up this case.
Because I feel there is more to it. I want to at least try and get her a lenient sentence, Shekhar. Hasn't she suffered enough?
Why are you getting so emotional?
I'm only trying to figure out this puzzle that's not falling into place. And I feel I can save her.
Save her?
Yeah, I mean, you have won so many cases, you've saved so many people. I've never really saved anyone.
Can't you find somebody else to save?
No, I can't. Listen, this is the first case I've taken up with them, and I just want to do the best I can. Why is this so difficult to understand?
You are letting your emotions get the better of you. A good interrogation is like driving a car. You have to be behind the wheel, not the one who's getting interrogated. You must know when to turn, when to accelerate, when to steer the wheel in the direction you want it to go. You will learn if you observe. कविता जी, आपकी लव मैरिज थी या अरेंज्ड?
जी बिल्कुल अरेंज। ससुर जी ने मेरे साथ उनकी ज़बरदस्ती शादी करवा दी, तो फिर लव कैसे हो सकता था? पर उनको मेरे गाने से थोड़ा बहुत लव था।
अच्छा, तो आप सिंगर हैं?
बस ऐसे ही गुनगुनाती थी, पर अब उनके काम में डिस्टर्ब होता है ना, तो नहीं गाती।
आपने अपने बयान में कहा है कि वो आपको मारते थे, पर क्यों?
जी मेरी गलतियों की वजह से। जैसे मान लीजिए अगर मैंने हफ्ते में 3 बार बैंगन की सब्जी बना दी, या फिर कभी उनके दोस्तों के सामने हंसी आ गई पर उनके सामने कभी नहीं मारा उन्होंने, या फिर एक दिन जैसे मैंने घर पे ही सेंट लगा ली, वैसे उन्होंने ही दिया था।
बट क्या मुकेश जी बहुत जोर से मारते थे?
जी उनकी मार तो कुछ अलग ही थी। कान में सन से घंटी बजने लगती थी। एक बार तो नाक से इतना खून बहा कि मैं अपने ही खून से डर गई।
तो आपने पुलिस में रिपोर्ट लिखवाई?
जी पुलिस में? कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं?
घर वालों को तो बताया होगा।
जी उनको क्यों परेशान करना, वैसे माँ को बताया था एक बार।
तो माँ ने आपको घर वापस ही बुला लिया होगा?
जी उन्होंने कहा ऐसा तो हर घर में होता है, छोटी छोटी बात पे मायके थोड़ी जाया करते हैं।
आप किसी एनजीओ यानी औरतों की संस्था को जानती थी?
जी नहीं, क्यों?
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। हम सबको बताइए आपके हाथ को क्या हुआ है?
जी वो दरवाजे पे लगा ताला, वो।
ठीक से बताइए कब और कैसे हुआ?
जी उसी सुबह मैं उनकी शर्ट को इस्त्री कर रही थी, जरा टाइम लग गया तो उन्होंने थोड़ा धक्का दिया और वो दरवाजे पे लग गया।
खून निकला?
जी खून तो थोड़ा ही निकला, पर सूजन ज़्यादा आ गई और घर में बर्फ़ भी नहीं थी, मतलब मैं ही जमाना भूल गई थी।
बहुत दर्द हुआ होगा, गुस्सा भी आया होगा। तब तो मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि आपके पास कोई चारा ही नहीं था सिवाय के।
Insinuating.
Not insinuating, inferring.
You're putting words in her mouth. You were exploiting her weakness to build your strategy, Shekhar. Can't you
I
see
can
that?
see very clearly. Mukesh is a horrible guy.
Exactly.
But that's my point. No woman who suffered so much would sit quietly either.
Oh, come on. A person who's been stripped of all her confidence, her self-esteem, how can she ever have the courage to make those choices?
No matter how difficult the choice is, it does exist. She is choosing it over a freedom for things that are more important to her.
Like what?
Whatever. Economic dependency, fear of shame, maybe for her daughter. I understand it's difficult, but not impossible. Surely if you were in her place, you wouldn't have picked up the gun. Or at least I hope so.
You are seeing her through your own prism. You're taking your privilege of choice for granted.
Are you suggesting that she was forced to shoot at her husband?
No, I'm only saying that it was a spur of the moment impulse, maybe an accident. There's no way that this could have been a premeditated plan.
You hardly know her. I have seen hundreds of criminals, and nothing is beyond imagination.
But you are refusing to see her for who she really is. Her low self-esteem will just not allow her to...
Stop going on about this low self-esteem business. If she was so low on self-esteem, she would have shot herself and not him.
तुमने उस दिन पिस्तौल क्यों उठाई? तुम क्या करना चाहती थी? सच कहना कविता, मैं तुम्हें बचा सकती हूँ। आप चाहे सजा दिलवाएं या बचाएं, सच तो ये है कि मैंने पिस्तौल उठाई और उनको गोली लगी। पता नहीं ये कैसे हो गया। पहले भी कई बार मैंने सोचा कि मैं अपने आप को उनकी जिंदगी से अलग कर दूं, पर उस दिन मैंने ठान ली। मैं उनके अलमारी में शर्ट रखने गई तो मैंने पिस्तौल वहीं देखी। वैसे तो वो दराज में होती है। मैंने पिस्तौल उठाई और मैं सोच ही रही थी कि मैंने उनको देखा। मैं घबरा गई। वो पिस्तौल पे लपके, पिस्तौल का मुंह कभी मेरी तरफ, कभी उनकी तरफ, कभी मेरी तरफ, कभी उनकी तरफ, और फिर अचानक पटाखे जैसी आवाज हुई और वो जमीन पे गिर पड़े, खून में लथपथ। मैं सुन्न होकर खड़ी रह गई। ये मैंने क्या कर दिया? फिर मैं उनके पास गई, पल्लू से खून पोंछा, माफी मांगी, और वो तो हिले ही नहीं। मुझे मारना तो दूर, मेरी तरफ देखा तक नहीं। मेरे अंदर की आवाज ने फिर मुझसे धीरे से कहा, गहरी सांस ले कविता, अब ये तुझे कभी नहीं मार पाएंगे। ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए था ना मुझे।
Maya, what the hell was that? I can't believe you changed your stand. Your self-esteem theory is so bloody manipulative. Why the hell did you do this? You're making a mockery of this trial.
Stop screaming, Shekhar. When you said that if she was so low on self-esteem, then she should have shot at herself, that's when I realized
I said that?
Yes.
Even if I did, I can't believe something that I tell you at home in passing becomes your weapon. You're using my words to throw it back at me.
Why would I do that? It just triggered a thought. I realized I needed to go deeper into her intent. That's all.
Intent can't be seen in isolation. It's the action that matters. What if he had died? Would you be saying all this? Just admit you coached her.
What? I coached her.
Everybody does that. And I have no problem with that per se. But the point is, how can you...
Point is that she only wanted to kill herself.
And why did she hide this crucial fact till now?
Don't you remember when I asked her the same thing? She said, मुझसे किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं.
पूछा ही नहीं.
I can't believe that even I assumed that she wanted to kill him. You know, now it's all falling into place. That morning's thrashing, her telling her parents to take care of her daughter. The fact she made a proper meal of puri and aloo ki sabzi just for her own self.
Stop being so melodramatic.
You know what's melodramatic for you is a full meal for her. Did you know that Kavita slept hungry most nights because her husband didn't bother to leave any food for her?
Are you telling me she wanted to commit suicide because of hunger pangs? It never struck her that she can cook a little extra for herself.
Yes, she should have, but she just doesn't think about herself. Why can't you understand that? Why don't I ask Vishnu to cook a proper meal every time you are not home for dinner?
How should I know why?
Even I don't know why. I don't know why women do these things.
What has that got to do with this?
I was just trying to say that if... I've lost the thread.
No. Please go on. Actually, she did nothing. She pointed the gun at herself, but the naughty little bullet took a U-turn and went straight to hit Mukesh. I won't be surprised if tomorrow Kavita says, "जी वो गोली गन में पड़ी बोर हो रही थी तो खुद ही निकली और दौड़ पड़ी उनकी तरफ."
That's not funny.
What is not funny is you've turned this case into a emotional tamasha.
Is that what you call being sensitive?
Don't you see by this line of arguments all kinds of criminal acts can be justified? In fact, are being justified.
A few misuse it and that's all you can see, Shekhar.
All I can see is you've converted this case into a media circus.
What? Now where the hell did this media come from?
That's what I want to know. Today they are perching you up there. It won't take them a second to throw you on the ground.
You think I'm giving them stories? I'm sensationalizing it. Have you gone crazy?
Who else would tell them? And remember, this is their way of getting to me. If I wasn't involved, nobody would have written about it.
Then it's because of you. Why are you blaming me?
Because you are fueling it. Don't you know you shouldn't be talking to them about this case?
Oh, so now you're teaching me what is sub judice. I know what I'm doing.
You know everything. I'm the asshole here. That is disrespecting the law and manipulating facts.
You're disgusting. I don't want to talk to you.
Don't. I was only saying it for your good. You'll make a fool of yourself.
And you're making a fool of yourself right now.
I'd rather be a fool than be too clever or a backstabber.
Just look how you're talking. What's wrong with you, Shekhar?
That's what I want to know. Why would you not respect the basic ethics of our relationship?
I already told you I didn't do it intentionally. And please remember, I also have professional ethics.
Oh, so you're ready to compromise the ethics of our relationship for your professional ethics. That's really convenient.
It's becoming more and more inconvenient.
It's bound to be. If you don't know how to separate your professional and personal life.
You always have an answer for everything.
When I am talking at home, I'm talking to my wife, not to some overlearned defense counselor.
You know me as long as I know you. You really think I manipulated the case? That I deliberately backstabbed you?
Yes, and I have indulged you enough. Here I'm thinking you're fighting a case after so long, you must be nervous. Let me not give you too much of a hard time. But no more slips and no more tips. Now you're on your own. Just watch out. जब वो आपको मारते थे तो क्या आप चुपचाप मार खा लेती थी?
जी पहले पहले खा लेती थी, फिर बाद
में क्या करने लगी?
जी बाद में वो खुद ब खुद हाथ आगे आने लगे। उससे क्या है ना, मामला थोड़ा एडजस्ट हो जाता है।
वाह, अच्छा डिफेंस है आपका। उस दिन जब आपने अपने हस्बैंड के कबर्ड से उनकी पिस्तौल ली तो आपको डर नहीं लगा?
जी नहीं।
और जब आपने अपने हस्बैंड को देखा तब?
जी तब मैं बहुत डर गई।
क्यों डर गई?
जी समझ में नहीं आया।
क्या समझ में नहीं आया?
यही कि
देखिए, कंफ्यूजन दो चीजों के बीच होता है। तो जब आपने अपने हस्बैंड को देखा तो आप कंफ्यूज हो गई कि आत्महत्या करें या उन्हें मार डालें।
जी
सच सच बताइए, क्या आपके मन में यह ख्याल नहीं आया कि अगर मैं इस आदमी पर गोली चला दूं तो मेरी सारी प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो जाएंगी हमेशा हमेशा के लिए? एक पल के लिए तो ये ख्याल आया ही होगा आपके मन में। कम ऑन कविता जी, टेल मी द ट्रूथ।
Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this.
Maya,
What are you doing to her?
what is she doing to you?
Oh, really?
Maya,
I'm telling
calm
you.
down.
I'm telling you. She really did. I swear. I can't.
Stop this madness. Look, I got your favorite cake.
It's amazing how you always take the bigger piece.
For what? This cake?
Yes, for now.
Okay, you take it. What's the big deal?
It's no big deal, but you invariably take the bigger piece.
Okay, if I offered you the two pieces, what would you do?
Always and instinctively, I take the smaller one.
There you go. Same difference. If either ways you end up with the smaller piece, how am I at fault?
You're right. You done?
I don't get it. Where's the problem?
Kavita sleeps hungry most nights because her husband doesn't bother to leave any food for her. So the inequality is far more glaring in their relationship. But in ours, it's finely woven
Hey,
into
don't talk to me like I'm some kind of a mutant MCP. You're a working woman, you have your space.
Oh, and I should count myself lucky.
Sure, you're lucky. You're lucky that you can work. Not many women can say that.
Shekhar, the point is the question of luck never comes up for you.
But we are talking about you, Maya. You have a 9-year-old son, you have a great career, and you're doing a great job of raising him. We sent him to boarding school so that you can have more spare time to do what you want to do.
Excuse me? We didn't send him to the boarding school, you sent him.
What?
Yes, it was your idea, but you made it look like it's our idea. And you know what? I even let you do that. In this house, we make decisions in two ways. One, when we agree, then of course there's no problem. And two, when I disagree. Then there is so much discussion about it that I either lose interest in the whole thing or I don't have the energy to argue my case. You always do that. Whether it's about buying a phone or rearranging the furniture or something about Arjun. Even when I'm sure about something, you'll come up with your ideas and your logic and then you'll slip in what you want and you'll make it look like it's our idea.
Are you done? So this is how you process it.
Please ask yourself honestly.
I don't need to. I know it's not the way you are imagining.
In fact, it's only now that I'm able to see things clearly. I used to think, why am I always so confused? Because that's what you made me feel. Didn't it ever strike you that maybe I'm just trying to look at things from different points of view?
Even I do that, but then I don't take that long to arrive at a decision.
Please, Shekhar, I don't take that long.
Relax. For all major things we've always discussed. And then even if I have taken some decisions, it's because I like to be more precise.
But half the time, you're also deciding for me.
Yes, but that's because
What?
I think you often need my help.
My God, you're telling me I can't make my own decisions.
Of course you can. But I often feel that you're wanting me to decide, that you trust me to make better decisions.
Wow.
What did I say that was so alarming?
In our 14 years, you haven't figured it out that I just like to think aloud. That this is my process. And I thought I could do that without you judging me, without you thinking that I'm some kind of a confused fool.
Just like women are good at multitasking, men are supposed...
So that's the job description. Decision making for men and multitasking for women.
Maya, it's meant to be a compliment.
Thank you so much, Shekhar.
This I know for sure. Dadiji could cook for 50 people, take care of me and Neha and do the bank work all in the same.
Yes. I've heard this story 1,000 times. But is that all you could see?
She was happy doing what she did without ever complaining.
Did you ever see Dadiji unhappy?
Never.
Is it possible for anyone to be never unhappy?
I guess not, but what are you trying to get at?
That you didn't know Dadiji well enough to say that she was happy doing all this. Whom could she complain to? She loved you, her family. That's what gave her self-worth. She made you happy and that's where the story ended. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you turned around and said that I remind you of Dadiji. I do.
Well, you do. What did you want me to say? Are you telling me I should have read more into my grandmother's expressions?
Yes, you should have. But it's not only your fault, Shekhar. Your parents, your grandparents, your extended family, everyone that you saw around yourself responded to things in a certain way. A woman cooks, pure love on their faces. A woman tightrope walks, balancing work and family, still pure love on their faces. But what if a woman doesn't like to cook or manage the kitchen? Let's say it doesn't fit into my life's plan, it doesn't make me happy. This is the look I'm talking about. Why can't you now give me that same pure love expression? What did I say that was so wrong?
But I thought you loved cooking.
I don't. In fact, I never did.
You are such a great cook.
Oh, Shekhar. I may be a great cook, but I don't love cooking. They are not connected. I want to be great at what I love doing.
And what's that?
Nothing. bizarre dream I had this morning. I was all over. On the floor, the walls, books, newspapers. Everywhere I was making to-do lists. And I was still short of space. I remember when I was 8, my father gave me this beautiful book of calligraphy. I was obsessed with it. And for the longest time, I wanted to write in a fancy way on anything and everything that I could find. How time flies. And now I find myself only making lists. On post-its, notepads, even on my phone. This morning while coming back from court, I found myself making a never-made-before list. Should I read it out? Okay. So on top it says post Kavita insights, like before and after Christ. Here it goes. When we return home from work, I first go to Arjun's room or call out for Vishnu, while S switches on the TV, waiting for his coffee to emerge. When S disappears for his Sunday poker game, I always have something more pressing to do than having fun. I think I'm envious that Shekhar is comfortable in his leisure, and I'm not. Going to a restaurant or a holiday always begins with, so where do you want to go? And invariably ends with, where he wants to go. S meets his buddies often, with or without reason, and I've slowly lost touch with most of my friends. S doesn't like to clutter his mind with trivia, but it's okay if my mind is. After all, somebody has to remember the next PTA meeting, pest control, car for Mami Ji, whatever. When Arjun has high fever, S is able to sleep all night. Not that he wouldn't get up if I woke him up, but I don't. S's income is what pays the bills. Mine are side benefit. Actually, he's never told me this, but I know that's what he thinks. S is proud that his wife is a gold medalist, smarter than most of his friends' wives. But if it's not put to good use, then that's fine too. S invariably wants... Forget it. The list is too long. But you get the drift, don't you? It feels strange when the mist gets cleared and everything becomes visible.
So nice to see you relaxed.
I thought you'd know me better.
Sorry, what?
I said I'm feeling better.
Good. Don't break the promise. No talk about the damn case.
You're the one talking about not talking about the case.
Aha. You enjoy the best chai while I plan my moves.
You know, Shekhar, I wanted to share something with you. No, I'm not blaming you. I mean, how would you know if I didn't tell you? There was this list I made yesterday.
I am killing your bishop right under your nose.
Well, I don't mind losing my bishop as long as my queen is safe and your king is in danger. Check.
How did I miss that? Good move.
I'm just coming.
No, Maya, that's not fair.
Just remembered something.
You know, this Kavita is making you into a boring workaholic.
Not she, you are.
You know, this is no fun. You don't know how to keep a promise.
Ray, if I didn't make a note, you know I'd forget.
Like you forgot to send that football.
Oh my god. Shit. Why do I have to remember everything? For a change, I focus on my work and it just creates an imbalance.
Imbalance? In what?
In our lives?
Not in mine.
Yeah. How can it be in yours?
Who asked you to take up so many things?
Nobody. But nobody stopped me either.
Meaning?
Meaning you never say, Maya, don't tightrope walk and juggle at the same time. Things are just the way they are.
Things are just the way we want them to be. I don't want to tightrope walk, so I don't. Why don't you take up fewer things and just do them well?
Like him, who only takes up his cases and wins them all. Sounds like a good plan. Lately, my juggling has become worse. Forgot to send the football, still haven't got my blood tested for thyroid. No, don't worry. I'm not going to list all the things I haven't done. Because I don't want to feel guilty. But you know, with Arjun, it's not just about guilt. It's a real desire to spend time with him, to watch him grow. When he was smaller, he'd ask all these lovely little questions. Mama, why can't I catch the fly? Mama, why don't I have 4 legs like the monkey? Why do you say sorry when you burp, Mama? Why this? Why that? I used to love finding answers for him. But all I really did were the mundane necessities. Khana, pina, sona. Anything beyond was a juggle. How would he know that all his lovely little questions were sitting on a pile of pending work? And that one more question would bring that pile crashing down? I wonder who's answering all his questions now. Even on the phone, I'm so rushed. You know what? I really want Arjun to be here with me. And I want my spare time. I know it's like saying, all I want is everything.
Maya?
But isn't this dilemma real?
Maya?
Huh?
What happened? All okay?
Yeah, I was just feeling fatigued. You know, I'm amazed how my vocabulary has acquired words like tightrope walking and juggling. I must sound like a circus woman.
Come on. Learn to take things lightly. Remember, these are choices you have made.
Right. Like Kavita had all those choices?
Yes, I said it then and I'm saying it now. Everybody has a choice, and not to make a choice is also a choice.
You know, Shekhar, it's easy for you to say this. You've always had too many. At least more than me for sure.
And you have more than, say, Kavita? It's all relative.
That it is. I think she came into my life as a mirror to...
Wow. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah. You are the smartest of them all.
No, it's you. You figure out everything by just looking at her.
You know, I'm going to ignore this sarcasm. Because I do see something there. I feel unless I help her out of her misery, how am I going to be able to
I didn't know
help?
you were miserable in our marriage. I thought we loved each other.
Of course we love each other. I love you more than anything in the world, Shekhar. But I also want to make all these impossible dreams possible.
Maya, you are complicating things for yourself and for me too. Life can be simple. We need to be happy where we are. Otherwise, all our lives will be chasing impossible dreams.
Maybe. I'm going to sleep.
It's only 9.
I know, but I'm just feeling exhausted.
Or shall we say nervous? It's natural.
Yes, tomorrow is the big day.
For me too.
Good night.
What happened?
The big vase fell. I told you we shouldn't have kept it here.
Well, then you should have moved it.
Don't you think we're arguing too much? Maybe I'm the one going chow chow all the time.
You said it. I didn't.
Lately, I feel I've become a bit aggressive and really, I don't like myself like this.
All you need to do is take off your boxing gloves. At least sometimes.
Please don't make it sound like it's a one-sided bout, Shekhar. You're no less of a boxer.
There we go again. Aren't you glad it's all going to be over tomorrow and we can get back to our normal lives?
Please. If normal is where we were, then that's never going to happen.
Oh no. Please don't become one of those FFFs.
Why not? It's not so bad to be a flag-flying feminist. After all, someone's got to take care of us women.
Wow, us women. Is that you talking? You know what Jay told me today?
What?
Women are supposed to be nurturers and caregivers. Nature has designed them to be so.
That does sound like Jay.
But wait for the punchline, and I quote, they are supposed to have babies and be mummies. If they don't, they will shrivel up and die.
He actually said that?
I myself couldn't believe it. But think about it. In being so assertive, isn't the feminine side getting lost? I mean, it's the gentle, strong woman that is the real strength of a man. The Durga.
Right. You know, now that I am your gentle strength, your gentle, strong strength, the Durga, leave the case to me. The Durga shall win.
Oh, so you think I'm going to lose this case?
Well, I hope so.
Wow. Things have really changed around here.
Why? You don't like my professional optimism? Ah, for a change, you wanted an emotional response. Wife wishing for husband's victory even at her own cost.
Point well taken. You're most certainly entitled to your professional optimism. Let's just wish for our own selves.
Come on, this is such a small case for you, Shekhar.
No case is small. And this one I'm not losing. Not to my...
My wife. Say it, say it, say it.
I was going to say not to a novice. You're putting words in my mouth.
Right. Anyway, good night, Shekhar.
Mahaya, you are all too wound up. Let me give you a background.
No, please. I'm fine. I just need a good night's sleep.
Arey Baba, this will help you sleep better.
Shekhar,
Come on.
no, really, I don't want it.
Learn to relax a little bit. I'm sure you'll feel good. See? Is that better?
Yes.
Told you.
Isn't there something odd about her?
Who? Oh, I think she's a little cuckoo.
It's amazing how you have no empathy for her.
Even if I do, that doesn't change my position.
Also, what you believe at home is different from your beliefs at work.
I'm a professional, and if I may say, a competent one, so I'm only doing my job. Tell me, what would you have done in her place?
If you were Mukesh, I would have definitely killed you.
Precisely, that's my point.
Oh, Shekhar, you don't understand. A woman like her, even in a moment of confusion, would only want to kill herself and not her husband.
Only you seem to know such women.
Please, the whole country is filled with them.
It's interesting that you have no empathy for Mukesh.
What?
Yes. I mean, an educated man, an editor of a magazine gets stuck with a moron like her. No, I'm not trying to put her down. I'm sure she's got talents like singing, cooking. But tell me, what would he talk with her?
And what about this gentle giving person who's stuck with an aggressive wife-beating man?
Okay, so either ways they are incompatible.
That's for sure. But then who's really compatible? Huh? Those who look good together. Those, who are in the same profession and can talk about things with each other. Those who are the right age.
That sounds like us.
Yes. We are so compatible.
No, these days, you're either being sarcastic or arguing or just being emotional.
Why do you always use this word in such an offensive way? I mean, why is being emotional such a bad thing?
To deal with it all the time is a pain, and at work, totally wrong.
That's a big generalization.
No, I'm only talking about you and how you think
You have a problem with how I think.
and talk.
Next, you're going to say you have a problem with how I sit and walk.
You are just testing my patience.
God, that totally sounds like how Mukesh must be talking to Kavita.
If I was anything like him, you'd be in the kitchen, not challenging me in the court.
I thought I was challenging the prosecution. But now it feels like I'm challenging my husband.
Here, I'm trying to relax you, but your problem is you just don't want to be happy.
God, what a mean thing to say. Or did you just say it to have the last word?
But see, you just had the last word.
But you had to say something to have the last word.
Oh, you're impossible.
God. That really hurt.
That was just my finishing pat.
You almost hit me.
Don't be silly.
At least say sorry.
Why should I say sorry?
Because you got upset and took out your anger in that finishing pat.
You know what your problem is? You just can't help but psychoanalyze everything.
And you know what's my next analysis? That even Mukesh is better than you. At least he says sorry after he hits.
You are comparing me to that bastard?
The same one that you're defending in court.
You are looking for excuses to fight.
And you to hit.
Enough. End of conversation. This verdict is now in your hands. Please remember, we are dealing with a very real and serious crime, and we know that the evidence does not lie. I have proved beyond any reasonable doubt that the accused had motive, opportunity, and intent.
The prosecutor has made a very impressive speech to convince you of Kavita's crime. But before you make up your mind, please lend me your ears.
While it is clear that Kavita was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and my sympathies are with her, but that does not equate to innocence. My learned gathering, if we are to see the intent and context of a crime in isolation, then even the likes of Kasab should have been pardoned.
I firmly believe that intent and context are central to any attempt at justice. And I disagree with my learned friend that they are being seen in isolation. You and I, we've seen enough of Kavita to know that her actions could not have been a premeditated, clever plan to eliminate him. I know you are thinking that she looked confused. Yes, she was, but not about killing her husband, but whether she should continue to die slowly, day after day, or end her misery forever.
This way there will be no crimes, only reasons for them. And I'm sure you don't want disgruntled people, and there are many, shooting at the slightest provocation, taking law in their own hands. Now, let us carefully examine the series of events of that fateful morning. Kavita took the gun.
On that fateful morning, she did pick up the gun, but only with the intent to end her own life.
But on seeing Mukesh, her hands trembled. His abuse came to her in a flash.
Then there was a scuffle, and in that the gun accidentally went off.
And at that moment, she had two choices. One, to put the gun down and risk being beaten. Two, to shoot him and end her misery forever. She chose the latter. The suicide theory is nothing but a feeble afterthought introduced at the behest of the defense counsellor.
This is the third choice that the prosecution has chosen to ignore and has further trivialized it by calling it a feeble afterthought.
And I'm certain that she will make many emotional arguments to persuade you to disrespect the evidence. But this case should be decided on the basis of hard facts only.
My learned gathering, the defense counsel is not making an emotional argument, but instead is presenting to you a more realistic alternative explanation that fit the same set of hard facts that the prosecution is so convinced about.
I am certain you will all agree with me that this case deserves only one verdict.
When you weave those facts with her lack of confidence, her low self-esteem, her fears, her conditioning, you will surely agree with me that this case deserves only one verdict.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Yes, I'm upset. Not because I lost, but because my moral convictions are up against sentimental drama and emotional blackmailing. Today, whether you're a singer, newsreader, banker, lawyer, any damn thing, you get extra brownie points if you're an attractive woman. But the law needs to be above such biases. This verdict has made a mockery of our legal system. It's ridiculous. Nice flowers.
Yes, Amit and Reena brought them. Well, they brought it for whoever would win.
No need to rub it in. What is so amusing?
Huh? No, nothing. Nothing about you.
Why should it be about me now? Everything is only about you. Nice flowers, media interviews, congratulatory SMSs.
It's Bhosle.
You're SMSing Bhosle?
He just wants me to bring down some pending cases. Actually, even I can't believe that of all people, he wants me to take them up.
Suddenly he finds no one else. Don't you find that odd?
Well, a bit. But I'm only going to take up cases I feel are worth fighting for.
You've just started practicing again and already become a judge. You seem to be in some tearing hurry.
Calm down, Shekhar. I'm doing nothing. Honestly, tell me if another man had lost to me, wouldn't you have been ecstatic at my victory? Like you were when I won the gold medal in college? Ah, but then you were not in my class. I wonder if you would have. You know, whenever you won, I never asked you the details of the case. Whether you were right or ethical, I just assumed you were. And I was just happy you won. Shekhar, it's only you and me here. Is it so difficult for you to congratulate me? Just once?
Congratulations.
Please don't bother.
Are you telling me I'm a poor loser?
No, that you are telling me. I just thought you'd be a better husband.
So now you know, I'm a poor loser and a bad husband. What did you want me to say?
This is not the Shekhar I've known for the last 14 years. It's strange how you can know someone forever and yet not know them at all. I didn't know that victory would taste so bitter, so empty. If he had won, we both would have been happy. An excuse to celebrate. We would have gone to his favorite restaurant or had his friends over. I would have called Arjun. Do you know I call him every time Daddy wins? And that's been a lot of times. But today things are different. No one's telling me how good I was, how I saw things differently. No one's taking me even out for dinner. What? Am I making a big deal about this? Am I supposed to feel bad that my husband lost? I would have had he lost to someone else. But you know what? I'm not feeling bad. Not even guilty. It is a big deal that I have won. Not only because Kavita got the justice she deserved, but also because I could hold my own. This man has lost to his wife and expects her to nurse his wounds. Fair enough. He has the right to nurse his wounds. But as much as I have the right to celebrate. And I will.
Where are you going?
Somewhere. To celebrate with those who'd be happy for me.
Amit and Reena.
Well, actually, Amit, Reena might join us later. Do you have a problem with that?
Not at all.
Hi, beta. Oh, I'm so glad you like the football. Yeah. You know something? Mama won her first criminal case. I knew you'd be thrilled. And do you know who was against me? Have you brushed your teeth? You should sleep now. No, it's getting very late. I'll call you tomorrow. I will. Bye. Here I'm telling you that you are a poor loser. But look at me. I'm a worse winner.
I used to pride myself in keeping things simple. But now, everything seems so complex, all so muddled. It's like my mind is processing different things differently. This sounds like one of Maya's confused statements. आप?
मैडम से मिलना था।
हाँ, वो घर पे नहीं है।
ओह, फोन किया, घंटी भी जा रही थी, पर उन्होंने उठाया नहीं।
हाँ, वो अपना फोन घर पे भूल गई है।
अच्छा, बस उनको थैंक यू कहना था। और पापा ने भेजे मथुरा के पेड़े। बाहर बहुत गर्मी है, अगर एक गिलास पानी।
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, आइए।
जी।
आप बैठिए ना, प्लीज बैठिए। सॉरी, मैं कोर्ट में जरा सख्ती से पेश आया।
कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं? आप लोगों के काम में तो ऐसा करना ही पड़ता है। मैंने ही बहुत तंग किया ना आपको। पहली बार कोर्ट जो गई थी, भगवान ना करे फिर कभी जाना पड़े।
आप चाय लेंगी? मेरा मतलब है वो टी बैग वाली चलेगी?
जी नहीं चाहिए। आप बनाने वाले थे?
हाँ, क्यों?
आप लोग कितने अलग हैं। सच में मैडम बड़ी लक्की हैं। आप लोगों ने मेरे लिए जो किया वो
देखिए, वो सब तो मैडम ने किया, मैं तो
हाँ,
बल्कि
मैडम नहीं
आपको
होती तो पता नहीं क्या होता मेरा। बड़ी हिम्मत दी उन्होंने। और मेरी बेटी सुमन पागल है, अब भी रोती रहती है, मगर अब खुशी से। बेचारी बहुत डर गई थी। आप बस उनको कह दीजिएगा कि बहुत बहुत थैंक यू। वैसे एक तरह से अच्छा ही हुआ कि वो यहाँ नहीं है। वो होती ना तो मैं तो रो ही पड़ती। अच्छा
कविता जी,
जी।
एक आखिरी सवाल। उस दिन हुआ क्या?
जी वही जो मैंने कोर्ट में कहा था। मैं इस मामले को खत्म कर देना चाहती थी। वो ये उनके बेटे, मेरा मतलब आपके बेटे अर्जुन के लिए शगुन। अच्छा नमस्ते।
What did she mean when she said? How does it matter now? I don't know why I asked her that. I should have asked her if she's okay. Where is she staying? Is she back with her parents or is she still with? Maya would have liked to know all this. You know, I've always believed in the end it's the verdict that counts. Maya won fair and square. Whether I agree or disagree with the verdict, the fact is, she saw something that I couldn't. Maya would have said, you couldn't see not because you're not a kick-ass lawyer, but because you're a man. Maybe. You see that drawer? It's full of newspaper clippings, certificates, recordings of my talks. You name it and it's there. That woman nurtured and treasured my tiniest of achievements. And today, she wanted to celebrate her victory with me, and I couldn't. Maybe I should be saying, to have a winner by your side is like being a winner yourself. Maya, see, it looks so nice here. What do you think? I love it here. Looks amazing. Maya, how long are we supposed to communicate with our brainwaves? I know I should have been more sporting, but it takes time to get used to losing. Look, Maya, I told you we shouldn't have fought against each other. But it's okay. The lesson has been learned. Kavita didn't just give me the box of sweets. She and I actually talked.
Meaning? She sat and chatted with you.
Not quite chatted, but now I know why you fought the way you did.
One meeting with her and you change your mind.
No, it's not just that. But I have to say, meeting her did shake me up.
I wish I was home that day.
Actually, she was happy that she missed you.
Huh?
Yeah, she said she would have broken down. She couldn't have faced you.
She really gave me a new life, Shekhar.
And you gave her.
No, I just gave her freedom from jail.
You gave her much more than that, Maya. I've only won cases, and look at you, in one shot you've saved 2 lives.
You really think so?
Yes. But tell me, how does Kavita know about Arjun?
Oh, that. You know, in one of the depositions, we just forgot about the case. When she started talking about Suman, her daughter, and then I started talking about Arjun. She asked me so much about him. I don't think I asked her enough. But that day, we felt a strange connect.
But I have to say, in the last few days, you've been more angry and more fiery than you've been in a long time.
Like I was in college.
Yes.
But you loved me then. You used to love my arguments, my feistiness. I remember you used to say, you're the sharpest woman I've ever met. Sexist statement, but I still felt flattered. You know something? I actually loved winning this case. I mean, in its pure sense. Of course, I was happy for Kavita, but I actually enjoyed winning this battle.
I could see that. It is nice to enjoy a battle and win it. I feel it every time, even after so many years.
Yes. This morning, I woke up with so many thoughts. I gazed at the ceiling for a long time. And the last few days just flashed in front of me. And then for a few minutes, I put it all behind me and I asked myself, is my biggest need to be understood and his to be appreciated? And do we end up giving each other what we want and not what the other is longing for? Am I making it too complicated?
No.
So then something really strange happened. There were these two voices in my head. So one Maya was saying, hello, I'm all the time gushing about him being this hotshot lawyer. How am I not being appreciated? He is the one who's not fulfilling my need to be understood. After 14 years, he still doesn't know what I love doing.
And what did the other Maya say?
The other Maya, she said, he also wants to be appreciated as a husband, as a person. He's doing the best he can. Maybe he knows no better. So learn to appreciate his struggles too.
I like the other Maya.
We had a package deal, 2 for the price of 1.
I'll take it.
You know, Shekhar, if we could just talk like this every day, maybe just for 20 minutes, I feel it would... What? You're already not listening.
I know you're in a rush, but this will only take a minute. You know when Mama told you that she won her first criminal case? But you know against who? Me. No, you heard right. Yes, it was fun. I will. Bye. Bye, beta.
What did he say?
He said that's so cool. Give Mummy a high five from me and he just hung up.
He's better than our best combination.
That he is. Aren't you happy it's all over?
Huh? I thought it just started.
No, I mean, I'm glad this happened. We needed it.
That we did.
Thank God it was just a communication gap.
What? Is that what you understood?
Relax. The best thing is we could resolve it.
Resolve?
It may take time, but one day we will get there.
Where, my love? Is there a there?
I know you will say this is a journey without a destination.
And what would you say?
All's well that ends well.
At least for now.